A Premier of Gauteng, Panyza Lesufi, in conversation with the media now. Let's take you there live.
And beyond the oversight that you may have, what action will or are you taking to reprimand those municipalities? Because ultimately this translates to the situation we're seeing in Hammanskraal, which for nearly 2 decades it's still not addressed.
Well, a blanket approach will be extremely dangerous. Not all our municipalities are going through difficulties. Of the 11 municipalities, it's only 2 that we are of the strong view that need immediate assistance, which is Mirafo as well as Mfuleni. But generally, all the municipalities have been cooperating, and I think they've given us their plans. We are meeting this week as the Premier and all executive mayors, as we normally do quarterly, to review and have a final report as the term of all these municipalities is about to come to an end, so that we can have a handover to the next leadership of local government. But our view is that where we are, we've done something. Indeed, more can be done. But at least we need to accelerate the services that we need to render to our communities. And 2 of those services is mainly water and electricity. Road infrastructure as well, but water and electricity is an area that we need to attend to. Still on water, Rand Water have just made an announcement that over the weekend we might have serious infrastructure maintenance, which may harm other communities as well. So we have to maintain the infrastructure, or else we're going to have the challenges where communities may not have water. But local authorities indeed are going through difficulties, and we remain hopeful that we are going to get quality new leadership that is coming, that is going to assist us to ensure that we don't have these challenges anymore.
Okay, and Premier, in terms of the municipality, that was a municipality that was recently had protests, and there was a promise that there will be equitable share that will then be provided for the municipality to then be able to pay those debts to Rand Water and Eskom, but that hasn't happened. So what is the plan going forward for that municipality? And just secondly, are you worried about the city of Joburg's finances?
I'm grateful that the Honourable Minister of Water, is a very understanding person. As I said, to me, she's the only person that understands the importance of intergovernmental relations. So when we're hit by the unfortunate situation in the city where a water agency took a decision without consulting us, took a decision without also conferring with the intergovernmental structures that we have, because we meet weekly with the water IGR purely because of elevated and prioritized water. Water is life. There's no way that we can postpone challenges of water. And therefore, when we took that decision that we'll use the grant, and when the minister made it, because we took that decision before the minister made the announcement, and when the minister made the announcement, we quickly retreated to the negotiating table to agreed to expand the arrangement to 6 months, so that between now and the next 6 months, we can be in a position to attend to this issue. But the state has complied with what the National Treasury has requested, and they've submitted the relevant documents. So we are convinced when those documents are assessed by National Treasury, their grants will be released together with other municipalities in our province. Johannesburg is big. Johannesburg can't fail. Johannesburg is massive. But it will be a defeatist approach to look at Johannesburg on the basis of the current financial situation that they find themselves. They've done exceptionally well. We've pushed them hard. We've pushed them hard for the G20, and they've demonstrated they're capable of dealing with this matter. They needed to recover. We pushed them hard with some international events. We pushed them hard to overhaul their water infrastructure. We pushed them hard also to overhaul their energy infrastructure, and they've done that. Unfortunately, when you push people hard, it affects their cash flow, it affects their finances, and that's where they are now. But as I said, we're having a discussion with all executive mayors this week, and on the basis of that, we'll develop mechanisms to support Johannesburg. They formally approached us, where they believe that their government department, both provincial and national, that owes them billions of rands, and they're of the view if we can assist to accelerate and recoup those funds, they will be in a position to be in a better position to meet the demands of the city. But they are the victims of the huge population migration that came to the province. They are victims of massive informal settlements. but they're also a beneficiary of the new investment that we've attracted to this program. So I'm not too worried about where Johannesburg is. I really believe that they can get out of the situation, and they remain a municipality that all of us must support.
And just finally from me, Premier, just your reaction to the Public Protector's report yesterday that did mention issues of capacity constraints, a shortage of inspectors, and some of the contributing factors to the food contamination and food safety issues in Johannesburg. Of course, there were remedial action that says you as the Premier need to take action on this.
Well, I must be honest, I was not aware of that report. I only became aware of that report late afternoon. Normally, when the Public Protector conducts such reports, they send a draft report for us to comment so that our views can be incorporated. I didn't know that the report was reaching its finality, but because lives were lost, we can't complain about administrative issues. We have to respond to the issues, and upon studying that report, I can assure the Public Protector we will intervene. But we must know the consequences of intervening, because me and you, we know. It's our parents. Some of us grew with the money that our parents were selling products in our school. So if you have to put stringent measures, we have to balance that. We don't have to disadvantage those genuinely want to render services in our schools. But I've not gone through the report, as I said. I heard about it for the first time when it was released yesterday. We're not given an opportunity as a province as well to input in that document. But now that it's out, we will comply, and then we'll attend to the issues that they said we must attend to.
Thank you very much, the Premier.
That was the Premier of Gauteng Province, Panyza Lesufi, talking to the media after his arrival, Griselda, pretty much talking about various issues, amongst them dispelling those claims that government is low, saying that this plant is amongst, the issue that shows that at least something is being done here. What I can tell you, Griselda, now is that the president hasn't arrived, but it seems like people are moving in, but they are just waiting for the president. Griselda, with that being said, it's back to you in studio.
And thank you very much indeed. You'll alert us once the president has arrived at that particular event, which is taking place in Hammanskraal today. Thank you very much indeed.